Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Thanks for your patience as we dealt with a couple technical issues in the back. Wanted to make sure that everyone could hear us this evening, both in the room and in points beyond. And we were having to deal with some of the gremlins in the machine, Hanukkah gremlins, as it were. Welcome, come everybody. It's good to see you all. For those of you whom I don't know yet, my name is Cantor Adam Davis, and it's great to see you all. And we are using the blue Mishkan Tefillah book tonight, so if you are looking for where we are, this is where we are. Yeah. So, we're going to turn, actually, our thoughts first to that object to my left. We're going to begin with the lighting of the candles, and let's see, I'd like to invite the Strahaniks to come and help me light the Shabbat candles. But first we're going to light the menorah. Yes, if you have your own menorah, if you've brought your own, I'm going to invite you to come to the table here where there are lighters and a couple of menorahs existing already. If you don't have your own menorah here, I hope that you've either already lit it or that you are keeping it in mind as you're here tonight. Okay, and Aviva's going to help us light these candles. Very good. Do you have your own? Yes, the Barons have their own. Come forward. Come forward. Who else? We have some extra menorahs here if you'd like to light an extra menorah. All right. Okay. So we'll begin. Don't be shy. וקדשנו במצוותיו, וציוונו להדליק נר של Shabbat. All right, everybody. Let's open our books to Kabbalat Shabbat, and we'll begin on page 130 with Psalm 95. Lecho neranena l'Adonai, nari'a letzor yishenu, nekadma fanav betodah, vizmirot nari'a lo, nekadma fanav betodah, vizmirot nari'a lo. El Gadol Adonai umelech gadol al kol Elohim asher beyado mechakrei haaretz v'to'afot harim lo asher beyado mechakrei haaretz v'to'afot harim lo. On the opposite page. La 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 Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz Shiru l'Adonai baruchu shemo Pasru miyom liyom Yeshuato Sapru v'goyim kevodo B'chol ha'amim niflotav Ki gadol Adonai Umchulal me'od Norahu Al kol Elohim Lai 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 Ki kol Elohim Hamim elilim V'Adonai Shemayim Asa Hod v'Hadar v'Hefanav Oz v'Tiferet b'Mikdasho Yalai la 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 Yalai la 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 Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam umlo Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam umlo Ya Allah sarai v'kol asher bo Az yeraneinu kol hatzeyar Livnei Adonai kiva lishbot haaretz Yishbot tevel b'tzedek Ve'amin be'emunato. The bottom of page 132. A little bit of Psalm 97. We are celebrating Chag Urim, the Festival of Lights, and so it seems appropriate to talk about the light of the righteous. Or zaruha la tzadik to page 134 at the top. Zamru l'Adonai bechino, bechino, vekol zimra. Join with me. Zamru l'Adonai. Zamru l'Adonai bechino, bechino, vekol zimra. 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 בחצוצרות וקול שופר, הריעו לפני המלך אדוני, ירם הים ומלואו, תבל ויושביה. Let the sea and all within it thunder, the world and all its inhabitants. Let the rivers clap their hands. Clap your hands. You're a river. Let the rivers clap their hands, the mountains sing joyously together. At the presence of Adonai, Lifnei Adonai, Kivyan lishpot haaretz, Yishpot tevel betzedek, Ve'amim b'meisharim. The last paragraph of the next page. Exalt Adonai our God, and bow toward God's holy hill, for Adonai our God is holy. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Let's take a moment as we make our way to the next psalm and turn to one another. Before we greet the Sabbath bride, let's turn to someone we don't know yet, and greet them. Because if we want to greet holiness, if we want to bring holiness into the room, we have to recognize the Kedusha, the holiness that exists between one another. So meet your neighbor, introduce, maybe you'll sit by them at dinner. All right, now that you've started being social, it's hard to stop, I know. It's like a rolling stone. Let's turn to page 138 and greet Shabbat with the words of Lecha Dodi. We'll do verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And when we reach verse 9, we'll greet that metaphorical Shabbat bride by turning to the door and feeling their presence enter into our midst. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamo v'zachor b'dibur echad hishemiyano el hamyuchad Adonai echad o shemo echad l'shem multiferet ve'elitila. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki hi mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshavat chila. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 5. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva orech, komi ori, 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 shir daberi kevod Adonai, alaich nigla. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Let's rise and turn and face the entrance. Bon vive shalom ateret ba'ala gam besimcha uvetzola toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. You may be seated. Did we feel the presence of Shabbat enter? I felt something. I felt it most when you turned and faced one another and greeted one another. And that's the most important thing about Shabbat, is being together. So let's turn to page 140. The Psalm for Shabbat, Psalm 92. Mizmor shir liyom ha-Shabbat, tov lehodot la-Adonai, ulzamer לשמחה עליון, ולזמר לשמחה עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. כי שמחתני אדוני בפעלך, במעשה ידיך ארנן, מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני, ברכו מחשבותיך, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. At the indentation at the bottom of the page, Tzadik ata amar yifrach, ke'erez balvanon yizgeh, shetolim beveit Adonai, bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu. Or yenuvon beseva, deshenim verananim ihu lehagid ki yashar Adonai tzori velo avlatabo. We'll turn to page 144, actually 142. We've greeted one another, we've greeted the angels, we've greeted one another, we've greeted Shabbat. Let's greet the angels in our midst with the words of Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitzechem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. 144. Yikadal v'yikadash Shemei Rabbah, ve'almad yivarach chirutei, ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'chayedecho beit Yisrael, bagala, bagala, u'vizman kariv, ve'imeru, amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach, Le'olam olam me'olmaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach ve'yishtabach, ve'yitpa'ar v'yidromam ve'yitnaseh, ve'yitadar, ve'yitaleh, ve'yitalal, Shmei dekudesha, Brichu le'ela min kol birchata, ve'shirata, Tush bechata v'nechemata, Damiran be'alma ve'imeru. Amen. As we turn to the following page, I'm going to invite you to rise in spirit or to your feet, whichever is most comfortable, as we respond to the call to prayer, the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai hamevorach page 148, we welcome the transition, the mastery of time, of stars and lights in their heavenly order. Let's read together. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the times and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai Tzevaot shemo. El Chai v'Kayam, Tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch ata Adonai, Hamariv Aharavim. Page 150. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael, Amchavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, B'shobbeinu u'bekumeinu, Nasiach b'chokecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ויורך ימינו ויורך ימינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, יומם ולילה, ואהבתך תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. 152. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. We continue on the following page. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם. Amen. Let's read responsively at the bottom of page 157. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice, as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea, recalling miracles in their day and in ours. We invoke the memory of the Maccabees on page 158. Mi chamocha ba'irim Adonai. Mi chamocha ba'irim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osef eleh nora tehilot osef eleh nora tehilot osef eleh malchutecha ra'uvanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam ze'eli anu ve'ameru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov ug'ualo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch ata Adonai Gal Yisrael. Page 162. I'm going to need your help with this one. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael od hi le'olam od hi le'olam od hi le'olam v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz come on Josh shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam uvayom ha-shevi'i Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. We turn now to the central prayer of our service, the Amidah or Tefillah. I invite you to rise once more to your feet or in your heart, whichever is most comfortable. And if you would, maybe you'll thumb a page for me, which is a special insertion for Shabbat, for Hanukkah, which we find on page 540. No, that's not true. 556. So if you want to thumb that page, it'll be for a quick turn. Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Anora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim ve'Konei Hakol, ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot ve'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Lema'an Shemo B'Yahava Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen Baruch Ata Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah 168 Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechaye HaKol Ata Rav Lehoshia Mashiva Ruach Umorida Gashem Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed Mechaye Hakol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofech Olim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Bal Gevurot Umido Melach Melech Meimit Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman Ata lahachayot hakol Baruch Ata Adonai Mechayeh hakol 170 Ata Kadosh V'shimcha Kadosh Ukedoshim b'chol yom Yalelucha Sela Baruch Ata Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. I invite you now to take a few moments for private meditations using the words provided on either side of the page or the language of your heart. We'll rejoin one another in a few moments on page 540. Page 556. Al hanisim ve'al hapurkan ve'al hagvurot ve'al ha'tshuva ve'al ha'milchamot she'asita lavoteinu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. Al hanisim ve'al hapurkan ve'al hagvurot ve'al ha'tshuva ve'al ha'milchamot she'asita lavoteinu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. We thank you for the miracles, for the redemption, for the mighty deeds and saving acts brought about by you, and for the wars which you waged for our ancestors in the days of old at this season. Let's read together at the bottom of the page. In the days of the Hasmoneans, Matthias ben Yochanan, the high priest, and his children, when the evil government of Greece rose up against your people Israel to make them forget your Torah and to make them leave the laws of your will, in your great mercy you rose up with them in their time of trouble and fought in their fight and judged their cause just. You delivered the mighty into the hands of the weak, the many into the hands of the few, the unclean into the hands of the pure, the evil into the hands of the righteous, and the arrogant into the hands of those who engage in your Torah. For you made a great and holy name in your world and for your people Israel. You brought about the great triumph and redemption on that very day. And when your children came to the Holy of Holies and emptied your temple and purified your holy place and lit candles in your holy courts and established these 8 days of Hanukkah, grateful to acknowledge and to praise your holy name. You may be seated. So, we are in the midst of the Festival of Light. We're on the third night. And we're also in the middle, in the Torah reading cycle, of the Joseph Chronicle. And for me, the connection is a little obscure. Both the Torah and the Haftarah deal with chalamot, dreams. And in the Torah portion, it's that famous moment where the dreamer, Joseph, finally learns to use his gift to help others, to interpret his dream for the benefit of those around him. Now, of course, he also gets promoted to vice pharaoh in the process, so things turn out okay for Joseph too. But in using his gifts, his dreams, his interpretations of dreams for others, he reaches a stage of maturity. The Haftarah as well opens with a famous parable of Solomon. He awakens from a dream to one of the most interesting and well-known cases of justice that we read about, wherein, as though it were a dream, he decides the maternity of a child. Without getting too far into the weeds on either story, I'm going to keep it brief, because there's something about these days of Hanukkah that sometimes feels like a dream. When we gaze into the candles, we see the lights. Sometimes we see them reflected in the faces of our loved ones. Sometimes we see the memories of our loved ones from days past. It's important to pay attention to these dreams, to these waking dreams. To learn from the past, to be present in the moment, to be with our loved ones, to cherish the memories of our loved ones, to remember the miracles that not only happened in ancient days, but the miracles that happen every day. If there's something that we can take from these words, Bayamim Bazman Hazeh, in our days as well as in ancient days, it's that the Hanukkah candles remind us that there are miracles in our midst all the time. We're all the recipients of gifts every day that we sometimes forget to acknowledge. That we take our first breath in the morning, that we hear birds chirping, that we breathe clean air, except if there's an inversion, that we are surrounded by people who love and care about us, and that we're always in the presence of the eternal, whether we recognize it or not. And so I just want to invite you to be awake in these moments. And if you're awake and you don't feel it, dare to dream a little bit. Let's continue with Aleinu on page 586. I'll invite you to rise once more. We'll use the text at the bottom of the page. Aleinu leshabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'teit kedula le'yotze v'reishit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Page 591. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. You may be seated. With the words of hopes for healing of the world on our lips, let's also pray for the recovery of those who are ill in our midst, those who are suffering. As we turn back to page, 371, we're keeping in our thoughts this week Gittel Leah bat Mashachana, Myron Israel ben Rachel, Daniel Meir ben Chaya Etya, Baruch ben Sarah Itkafega bat Gittel, Gila Chaya bat Mordechai Leb v'Gila Leah, Tova Chava bat Chaya Rachel, Tzvi ben Binyamin, Rachaliba bat Moshe Menachem Mendel v'Gittel, Gittel bat Bela, Sarabel Louis Dobrin, Angela Eno, Martin Goffin, Fran Lappen, Tanner Light, Megan Magleby, Marshall Sanders, Penny Spector, Adina Stern, Michael Winston, Judy Wolf, and other names we wish to add. As your eyes meet mine, Sheberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Laimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach ha'imotenu mekor ha'bracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. So we have a delicious dinner planned for this evening, and it wouldn't be possible without the help and planning and dedication and hard work of one of our congregants who also happens to be a board member, and that is Dove DeLay. And so when you see Dove, I want you to thank them profusely for the delicious dinner we are going to have, and it's goulash, by the way. And for the kids, it's meatless goulash, which we call noodles. And so it's going to be pretty tasty. I'm looking for a sheet of announcements, which usually is right up here, and I'm just going to go over here and see if it might be over here. just do the best I can to recite from memory all of the announcements that I can remember. Gosh, I forgot them all. It's terrible. I do know that we continue to celebrate Hanukkah in the community this Sunday night at the Mill Creek Commons. There's going to be a menorah lighting with Mayor Silvestri. So please join us there. I forget what time that's at. 6. Thank you. It's at 6 o'clock. Thank you, Cheyenne. And there's also ice skating. And if you're a member of KG, Kolami Junior Youth Group, there's going to be lots of fun as well. I don't know what kind of fun KG has, but it's going to be a lot of fun, right? Yes, good. Okay. And the following night at the Salt Lake City City Hall, we'll be lighting the menorah with Mayor Mendenhall. So join us there. I believe the time is also 6-ish. But I'll ask Galit to remind me, because, yes? 6? Hey, look. You know what? It's all in that beautiful pamphlet that our communications coordinator, Lana Stoddard, puts together every week. And so, thank you. And here come the announcements. I almost got away with it, too, if it weren't for those lousy kids. Thank you. Do take a look through our program booklet. There's so much going on that it's really impossible. And there's QR codes, so when you get home, you can scan it with your phone and register for things. Let's see. Shabbat Shalom and Happy Hanukkah. Thank you, Cantor Davis, for leading us this evening. If you've registered in advance for our dinner, join us in the social hall following service. And thank you, Dov Delay, for cooking this festive meal. Support our annual appeal, which ends on New Year's with your donation. Okay, do it after Shabbos. Hanukkah events, Mill Creek Commons, 6 o'clock. Monday evening, City Hall, got it. Coffee and Community on January 5th, right here at the temple. That's a Sunday morning program. Tot Shabbat and Family Shabbat dinner service on January 10th, and Sunday Schmooze and bowling for KG on January 12th. Wow, this KG thing, they're really onto something. Bowling, skating, I'm all for it. Donate to our Hanukkah for All fundraiser to ensure that all of our children and all of our seniors enjoy the holiday. And, as always, thank you to all of our volunteers, donors, members, and guests for your participation and support. If I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you yet, or if you think maybe I'm looking at you with a blank stare, trying to recall your name, just introduce yourself. Everyone has name amnesty, because you may have forgotten from when you introduced each other during Kabbalat Shabbat. So, name amnesty. Introduce yourselves to everyone once more, to me as well. I want to acknowledge the board members that I see in the room. Melissa Jensen, Dov Delay's in the other room, cooking. Let's see who else. I'm looking. That might be it. I want to acknowledge our staff who are here tonight, Lisa Kaufman and Galit Livne, for helping with tonight's festive events. Should we sing a Hanukkah song or two? Okay, let's do it. I'm going to need the help of some of the kids. If they would please come forward. Yes, there we go. Okay. Yeah, no, stand right about there. That's good. Good. Okay, wait. Maybe come up onto the bima here. Yeah, okay, there we go. And let's see. I think the Hanukkah songs are on, let's see, they're at the back of the book, page 668. Okay. Let's start with, let's see. We'll see. Now that we got everyone up here, I think we have to start on page 670. Yeah? 670. So this is a song about Sevivon, Sov, 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 Chanukah, Hu Chag Tov, Chanukah, Hu Chag Tov, Sevivon, Sov, Sov, Sov. Now hang on. We're singing a song about Sevivon, which means dreidel, spinners. So I need everyone who is not holding a teddy bear or a doggy of some sort to spin, only so that we don't knock over candles, because that would be bad. Yes, as we're about to do. Let's maybe on the floor. Yeah, or yeah. Okay. So I need to see some spinning. Sevivon, sov, Hanukkah, hu chag tov, Hanukkah, hu chag tov, Sevivon, sov, chag simcha, hu la'am, nes gadol hayasham, chag simcha, hu la'am. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never seen a dreidel spin quite so slowly, so we need to see a little bit more speed on the dreidels. Ready? Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel, I shall play. I have a lovely dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel, I shall play. Oh, get ready to spin, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel, I shall play. I was really hoping someone would spin and fall down, and these kids are very cautious these days. You can do that? Jackson, can you spin and fall down? Woo! He's a very persistent dreidel. I think we might have to knock it over. Woo. Hey! All right, let's give a big round of applause to our dreidels. Okay. How about we sing a couple more? There's a couple. Let's turn back a page. To Mi Yimalel at the bottom of the page. Mi Yimalel Kurot Yisrael Otan Mimne En Bechelor Yaakov Magibor Goel Ham Shma Bayamim Ha'em Basman Hazeh Maccabi Moshiach Ufodeh U'yameinu Kol Am Yisrael Yitached Yakum Lehigael. Who can tell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age a hero or sage came to our aid. Hark, in days of yore in Israel's ancient land, Maccabeus led the faithful band, and now all Israel must as one arise, redeem itself through deed and sacrifice. V'yimalel korot Yisrael otan mine, en bechelor Yaakov magibor goel ham. Okay, at the bottom of page 669. I think you guys know this one. How about we, who can read here? You can read? You can read? You can read? All right, come on up. Come on up. I need your help. Yes. Okay, readers, come forward. Jackson, you can come too. Come on, come on. Okay, we're going to read at the bottom of the page right here. Okay. Okay, ready? Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Sevivon to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Oh Hanukkah, a festival of joy, a holy day, a jolly day for every girl and boy. Spin the whirling dreidels all week long, and the shining latkes sing a happy song. Now light them, tonight them, the flickering candles in a row. Recall the wondrous story of God's eternal glory and dance by the candle's cheering glow. Retell the wondrous story of God's eternal glory and dance by the candle's cheering glow. Okay, Is anybody hungry for a laki now? Yes? Okay. That's right. Well, we survived the service, and so let's eat. It's time for dinner, and we will start with Kiddush right here. Hold on, don't go far, kids. Don't go far, because I need your help. Please rise. I'm sorry? Oh, yes, we will do Kaddish. I was going to do that. Thank you for the reminder. I was going to do that before we departed, but here we go. This week we're remembering the memories of in Shloshim, the 30 days, last 30 days. Joseph Victor Benator, Barbara Bank, Shirley Berman, laid to rest today. Also Isidore Altman, Sophie Andrins, Sadie Applebaum, Sanford Baum, Jenny Berkowitz, Morris Davis, Simon Frank, Henry Frank, Harry Friedman, Jim Girton, Philip Goldberg, Carolyn Cole Goldenberg, Sarah Gordon, Zalman Gus, Sam Gus, Hal Hallett, Bruce Allen Kaiser, Len Luskin, Harry Mednick, David Mofham, Sarah Prero, Sarah Pritzker, Francis Reich, Esther Rosenblatt, Corinne Siegel, Miriam Shapiro, Susan Sondak, Israel Spitz, Jack Strasberg, Harry Weiser, and David Sussman. Other names you wish to include? If it's your custom to rise in support of the mourners, or if you are in mourning or remembering a loved one, I invite you to do so as we recite praises of the Eternal in their stead. Yitkadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, B'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'adalah u'vizman kariv v'imru, Amen, Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'alam elomei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach, V'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar v'yitale v'yithalal, Shmei dekudesha brichu, Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, Tush bechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'bromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the memories be bound up in the eternal bond of heaven, and may we say amen. Please rise if you are not already standing. We'll make Kiddush. ויכולו השמיים ויארץ וכל צבם ויכול אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו כי היבו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות ספרי ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו בשבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחיל לנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקרא קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. Okay, now I need your guys' help. Would you take out that basket right there? Yes, would you uncover it, please? Would you uncover it? Here we go. That. Put that back. Yes, there we go. All right. And we have here a challah. Looks like it's baked by Moshe, our friend Moshe. If you ever want a challah, just holla at Moshe. I was kind of hoping this would be shaped like a menorah tonight, but it's not. Okay, so who on the bima would like some challah? Okay, would you like some challah? Yes? Okay, so first we have to say the bracha. Do you know the bracha? Can you help me with it? Okay, it's okay. We're going to do it together, all right? You can still have some. You know it? Can you help me with it? If I can only get the plastic off this. Okay, that's the only thing I need to do. Wow, it's really tightly wrapped. Really protect this challah. All right, here we go. I need you to hold this up as high as you can. Okay, and here you go. Hold it up, everybody. Hold it up. And if you can't reach it, touch someone who's touching it. Okay? There we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Take a bite. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Happy Hanukkah. We'll see you in the social hall in a few moments. Kids, if you could tear some off and spread it around so that everyone gets a bite, that'd be great. Okay. There we go. Okay, or you can give it to me and I'll do it. Thank you. Shabbat shalom. Have a piece. Just grab it, rip it. You want to rip it off? Go ahead, rip it off, Jackson. Here we go. Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
All right.